I feel like nobody asks anymore, like, what do you want? Do you want a baby? What do you want for yourself? Like, does anyone ask anymore? Hey guys, welcome back to Katie Pop Secrets. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Connect with me, join my channel. I would really love your support. And as you know, I like to keep things sweet, short, and spicy, guys. So in my video today, as you can see, over 30 and the pressures to have kids. Do you want a baby? And I think sometimes people forget to ask that question rather than to assume, right? So we're gonna get into it and we're just gonna have a conversation in regards to that topic, baby. So when I actually think back to like my younger state and my naiveness, I'm guilty of that. When someone just got married, I would make the initial comment like, so when are you gonna have babies, or when are the babies coming? And now that I'm not newly, but I've gotten married and I get that at times, I understand like, that there's so much that is wrapped up in that you kind of do have to be a little bit careful in regards to like, how you ask people those questions, because people are dealing with so much, whether that is medically, whether that is just personally, right? Personal choices for themselves. People have, their own decision making process, and that's not for anybody else to assume what is right and what is wrong, right? So I can say that I am one of those people who have been guilty of that, maybe asking a question that I shouldn't have asked, or maybe not asking the right question, if quite frankly. And I know this is a topic that is, it's a lot for a lot of people, and I think that everybody has their personal opinions, and which is completely fine, but let's just have a conversation about this topic and like what that entails and like how you feel that we should go about this conversation. I'm just going to talk about my experience and what I've learned and what I've encountered in regards to this and where I stand on the topic of babies. So guys, this video is for anyone that's in your 30s and just feeling the pressures of, like, when are you gonna have a baby? Are you having a baby? What's taking you guys so long? So are you thinking about having a baby? Where is the babies? Babies, babies, babies. Just hearing that conversation, what about the time clock? If you're in that state where you just feel the overwhelming pressures of society, your family, your friends, just life in general, hitting you with that question that I'm sure many of us have dealt with, then this video is definitely for you. We are gonna talk and we are gonna chat about it. So let me just start by saying that I think that babies are such a blessing and such a beautiful thing, and they are gifts from God. And I think that having that privilege, getting that privilege is a huge thing. Being able to raise someone is a huge thing. It's a huge responsibility, and it's such a huge undertaking, and it's a huge blessing. And that would be something that I would never take lightly, if God chooses to bless me with that opportunity. So mostly in this video, I just want to talk about the pressures and the overwhelmingness of that people and the society places on us. I think that at this stage in our lives, we hear of the time clock, so, you're over 30 and, your eggs, and that's something that I've encountered, and it's something that now that I'm married, I feel like I kind of get that more and more. And again, I feel bad for my ignorance in the past, where maybe I, was guilty of that too, but now that I'm experiencing it too, it's kind of giving me an awareness as to like, oh my gosh, it's a huge thing, and I know a lot of us women, we go through it and we deal with it, and I think that we kind of have to stay grounded in the plans that we know that we have for ourselves, and in the conversations that we've had with God in regards to like this circumstances and this situation. And that's one of the things that has held me. It's like, would I like to have children? Again, I believe it's a beautiful thing and it's a blessing from God, and when God feels that it's my timing and it's right for me, then that would be an amazing experience. But I'm not in the bargain of rushing for anything that's, that's not my timing, or not, that's not due to me. I leave all of those plans to God, that you know, if the time comes, he'll bless you in the right timing, in the right season of your life. I don't want anything out of a season or out of a time that God feels fit for me, because hey, I've gotten things that were not due to me when, you know, when they come, and that causes chaos. So I want whatever God feels is the best thing and the right thing for me. And again, it's just like, I just think that we just have to be mindful and careful in regards to the approach that we have in regards to these questions and these pressures that we place on women in regards to, you know, kids and babies, because a lot of people are dealing with a lot when it comes to that. And another thing that I've learned, and I think that it needs to be a topic that comes with sensitivity and love and kindness and just safety, if that makes sense. You know, I mean, it's not something to be touched lightly, and that's one of the things that I would implore people just to be careful in regards to how, you know, even though sometimes I don't think that people have bad intentions, you know, people just want the best for you, and but I think sometimes they don't realize the effects that could take place with the questions or the assumptions, or, you know, the things that come with that conversation or this conversation, right? So I think we just need to be mindful in regards to how we are addressing women with this specific topic. And again, guys, so as you know, these are my personal opinions, and I do believe that this is a personal decision between your spouse and God and you. And again, I'm not in the business to rush anything that is not for me to rush, you know, and these are conversations that I'm gonna have with God. And, you know, I know that people say, but the clock is ticking. I know the clock is ticking. I see my age, but I'm not worried. What is for me is for me. What is meant to be mine is gonna be mine. And these are things that I've seen in the goodness of God throughout my life. So I trust the process. I trust the timing, and I trust what is meant to be for my life. And I'm not worried. You shouldn't be worried too. What is for you is for you. And, you know, again, just be in alignment with God and put your desires in his hands, and, you know, trust that if it's something that you desire, that it shall come to pass. I believe that wholeheartedly. And if it's something that you're not desiring, I think that is okay too, because I think that there's a stigma there that everybody wants that world of kids, and not everybody wants that world of kids and babies. And I think that should be something that is okay also, that we sometimes, you know, put so much on the people that say, you know what, that's not the life that I want for myself. And I think that is okay, and I think that is something that we need to learn, and we need to respect, and we need to be okay with, because it's not our life to live, it's theirs and their choices and their decisions, right? So I just hope that people will have an openness to being more understanding, to be more careful, and just to be not judgmental in regards to this topic, and, you know, the feelings that some might have as in that's not a life that they desire for themselves. And if you are the one that says that this is a life that I desire for myself, then allow people to be in either space and to feel safe in whatever space that they choose to live for themselves, right, guys? And as you know, please subscribe to my channel so we can have further discussions on the things that we deal with, the things that we're going through, especially at women in the season and time of our lives. Drop comments down below and let me know how you feel about this topic. And again, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.